should send some love out to all of these teachers.
Yes, yes.
And we have some who are saying hello, orally saying hi. Norman, who's taught for 30 years, Alejandra, Cameron, all kinds of you are out there. So we're waving at you. Thanks for joining us. And I want to just kind of take a little bit of time to give some love to these teachers in our lives that we appreciate, you know, the ones who I think probably have helped us see teaching and learning in this way. Yeah. I was thinking about, and I've talked about this teacher many times, but I was thinking about my fourth grade teacher this week a lot. And I have to say, I have so many teachers that have been so influential to me that it almost feels awful to just talk about one of them.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost like asking, like, which of my children do I like best, right? I mean, you can't, it's not a really fair question that I'm posing to myself here. But I remember my fourth grade teacher, and one of the things that I loved about her is whenever it was time to write, well, first of all, she let me write about as much as I could, which was really wonderful because that's what I was passionate about in fourth grade. I told her I was going to be a writer. I started a classroom newspaper and she let me do that. But the best thing about Miss Myers is that anytime we had to write, she sat down beside us and wrote too. And I have used that experience as this compass, just, you know, for all of my classroom and teaching experiences, because I remember feeling elevated because she wasn't assigning something to me, she was doing it with me. And, you know, so I think about just, you know, all of the amplifications of that, all of the, you know, iterations of that, all the ways that we see that in classrooms or don't see that in classrooms, right? The times when I've assigned something instead of invited someone. And I felt invited by her to get better, to grow. And I just, you know, I'll always be grateful for that.
Yeah, I can imagine like just the impact of just the modeling as well.
Yeah.
Being able to share, not only am I reading yours, but you're also reading mine and having this community of share and this community of learners and writers. And like that ecosystem is so important in the classrooms, you know. Yeah, I think about two of my elementary school teachers, but I think the one I want to talk about today is the teacher who helped me when I became a teacher.
Yeah.
And, you know, I came through a, you know, alternative certification program, so I needed a lot of help. I was in school in the evenings. I was in front of kids during the day. I had a coach. I had an actual coach. I had a mentor. So the coach and mentor were formally assigned. And then I had a teacher who was down the hall, who came by, just popped in, uninvited, visited me in the classroom, sat in for a little bit, you know, gave me some nods, you know, talked to kids. And then later came and visited me during my prep period and said, hey, you know what? Your students are fully engaged. They are listening to you. I'm going to help make sure that they learn. Because that really showed me like, it's not about what I teach.
Yeah.
It's about how much students learn. That was, you know, within the first week of school. And that just had this deep, profound impact on me forever. Her name is Kathleen Lee. She recently retired, but she, you know, her ability to coach, and again, I had a former coach for the technical aspects, but that some of the additional peer support that she gave me as a veteran teacher, coming in and saying like, you know what, we're all in this together. I'm going to help you. I have some tricks of the trade. I can help take what you're doing well and amplify it in a really big way and make it powerful for the student outcomes. And I'm always in gratitude.
Yeah, that's wonderful. You know, I think I love in that story the shift between thinking about what you're teaching versus what they're learning. I mean, it really is the shift from us. It's not on us, right? It's really about them. It's really about what the kids are actually learning. It's, you know, it's not that a great teacher has to be a character. Right? A great teacher doesn't have to be extroverted. A great teacher doesn't have to, you know, stand on the desk and recite poetry. Like, you know, I mean, great teachers turn it over to kids. or to the learner, right? In this case, it was adult to adult, but that's
Mhm.
what they do. I love that.
Yeah, yeah. One of my favorite quotes, and I always butcher people's quotes, but I at least say that it's from someone else. But it is basically, I think his last name is Keats, but it talks about teaching isn't filling the pail, but it's lighting of the fire.
Yes.
And like that's really the essence of it. Like inspiring kids to be even. Kids are naturally curious, but
Yeah.
how do we help them maintain that curiosity?
Right.
On the flip side is how many kids' curiosity gets dampened while they're with
Yeah.
us. We have to protect them from
Oh,
that.
for
We have
sure.
to ensure that we're doing the things that don't hinder their own
Yep.
curiosity and love for learning,
Yep.
because that can be lifelong.
For sure. Most definitely. Most definitely. Um,